Hey everyone, this is Caitlin McCormick speaking. I just wanted to talk with you guys today about how optimism makes the world a better place, and I just want to go over some factors that play into optimism making the world a better place. And so the first one would be improving mental and physical health. And I'll go over that in a little bit of how that plays into optimism making the world a better place. The second key factor that I want to go over today is future accomplishments, and then the third one would be reducing stress levels. I first want to go into a story of mine that increased optimism in my life to make me more optimistic. So for the first semester that I went into at Southern Union, I had an encounter with my classes. You know, with me being a freshman, and I went in with a very negative mindset. And with that being said, I was a pessimist. You know, I came in with this negative mindset of, oh, I'm gonna mess up. Of course we're gonna mess up as humans, and in life, and that's okay. But I went in with this mindset of I am going to fail college, and number one, that will mess you up along the way. So my sophomore semester, I realized that with going in with that kind of mindset, it really messes with your GPA. It messes with your mindset of things. So I went in with a more positive mindset. With that being said, my sophomore semester, I definitely was scoring way better grades on my tests and my assignments. I focused more, being more positive, because when you're negative, you see the more bad things happening in your life, whether it be through grades or relationships or whatever it may be, etc. So the first key factor that I want to go over with you guys about is just how optimism improves mental and physical health. So according to the clinical practice and epidemiology, that website proves right there that optimistic people present a higher quality of life, which is true. If you go, like I just said in my story, if you go in with a negative mindset, it will trickle down to you messing up, period. If you go in with a more optimistic mindset, then it'll be easier to get the job done and to be able to make better grades, whether it be in school or you having a better relationship with whoever it may be. The second key factor that I want to go over is reducing stress levels. That is a big one, especially with school. I'm relating it to school a lot because we're all in school right now as college students, and you know how it is, especially with your last semester. It gets rougher and rougher and rougher. But like I said, if you come back in with a positive mindset, it'll help you in the long run with your career, with your family, with whatever it may be. When you come in with a more positive mindset, it definitely reduces the stress levels for sure. I just want to go over how that happens. In that first one, with me saying optimism reduces stress levels, that is coming from Elizabeth Scott's site. She basically drops down the whole key factors of how optimism plays in reduced stress levels, and you can definitely reprogram yourself into thinking more positively, and while doing that, while you're thinking more positively, it calms your nerves. I don't know about you guys, but whenever you're thinking more negative, you know, the worse things get, you know, the worse the outcome comes, you know, it gets worse. So that's why I chose to speak about optimism and how that makes the world a better place. The second or the third key factor that I definitely want to go over with you guys about is how optimism makes or helps with future accomplishments. This specifically helps with your mentality, with your personality, with your future goals. If you come in with a more positive outlook on things, like let's just say that you're a business person. If you come in with a more positive mentality, it'll help you with your business. Instead of you being more negative, if you become more negative, then it will be harder for you to help the business in the long run. If you're more positive, have a more positive mindset, rather than having a negative mindset, then it will definitely help. It will definitely help with your business or with whatever future accomplishment that you're trying to accomplish. It will help with being optimistic. And that, with that being said, Urban Natural Design Site specifies that optimism fuels our future performance, which is very, very, very true. Optimism is a very strong key factor to have in your life, especially if you're a young person trying to go into, you know, your big life, as so to speak. You know, teenagers transferring into adult life. You know, optimism definitely, it helps with us younger generation. I'm just saying that just because, you know, if you're more optimistic, then it will definitely help you with your future successes. So with that being said, those are the few factors that I just wanted to include into why optimism makes the world a better place, which is improving mental and physical health for the first one. The third one would be reduced stress levels. And then the third one would be a future accomplishments. All right, and that is all.